Hi, I'm Mary Pappas, co-owner of Alpha Delights European Bakery in De Pere. Today we're going to take a look at a new item that we have on our lunch menu that was really inspired by a loaf of bread. The loaf of bread is a Danish rye with honey, and it's a recipe that was developed here actually after a customer of ours brought back some Danish rye from a trip that she took to Europe, and it has such a wonderful flavor, and we were able to recreate that bread. But the honey in the bread is just a wonderful attribute to it, and we started thinking about what kinds of flavors would go well with it. And what I'm going to show you now is our conclusion to that answer, our answer to that question. I'm going to make an artichoke spread pate for this particular sandwich that we're going to make. And it's a pretty straightforward thing for sure. I'm putting some garlic in here right now, a little bit of mayo, and a couple other things that are all in the recipe that we're happy to share with you. I'm going to add some seasoning as well, which is tarragon and some cayenne pepper, black pepper, and some nutmeg. Now, nutmeg is an important component to that. And this is actually a pretty important ingredient to the whole flavor complexity of this particular sandwich, lemon zest. So we're going to add all these things in. And when I say that the lemon zest is important, it's important because lemon tastes really, really good with the honey in the bread. If you just think about those great cocktails that you make when you're not feeling so well, lemon and honey are right in there. They just taste good. Then the last thing I'm going to add at this point is some Parmesan cheese. So we got all those things going on. And we'll let that, it looks like it's doing fine. The last thing, it's an artichoke spread, as I said, so we'll add a few artichokes. Get those in there and let them incorporate, come to a nice, smooth finish. There we go. Let's take a look at what we've got. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking good. The artichokes are no longer distinguishable. They are all integrated nicely with all those seasonings I put in there, and the Parmesan cheese and the lemon zest. You can see those little specks of lemon in there. That looks wonderful. The smell is very nice too. That's our spread. Not too complicated, and it will really make this sandwich delightful. I transferred our artichoke spread into a little dish here, so it's easy to work with. And you can see again, nice and smooth for sure. And I've got some bread cut now. This honey Danish rye bread that I was talking about, fairly dense bread. It's got flax seeds in it, sesame seeds in it. Like I said, honey in there. It's amazingly tasty. And you'll notice that I've cut it relatively thin. And there's a reason for that. This bread is packing so much flavor, you don't need a big piece. And it will be extremely filling to have 2 pieces of this bread. So let's get going here. I think one of the things that really excites me about this particular dish is that eggs are a wonderful thing to eat. And it's always nice to come up with new ways to eat them. And I think this is one of those new ways to eat them. You can certainly use it as a lunch, afternoon lunch thing. It could be a great appetizer if you wanted to just cut these pieces of bread into a smaller piece. And if you didn't have the good fortune of Alpha Delight's honey Danish bread, I think those cocktail rye breads would be wonderful on this too. So I've got the spread. I've got 1 hard-boiled egg is all I need. Again, a nice little tool here. I'm going to cut that egg in half. And then just fan that out over that bread. Just stretch it out over the whole bread so it's available to you. You can enjoy those flavors of the egg along with every bite of that wonderful artichoke spread. Now this is good enough the way it is, but we're going to take 2 more steps to make it what I think is a really nice treat. And that is adding some sprouts, alfalfa sprouts. Now the alfalfa sprouts certainly add some texture to the dish, but there's also a flavor component that really works nicely. And the last item that we add is capers. Again, the capers are providing a nice garnish without doubt, but I always like to add things that add some flavor as well, and the capers are doing that. That's kind of the sourness, the piquant of the capers adds a great final touch to this artichoke pate hard-boiled egg sandwich. Open face style, European style.